let me demonstrate how you can make some sketch paper for oil paint. We're going to use some animal skin glue. I learned a recipe to have 1 liter and then 70 grams of glue. I'm going to half that, so this is about what I need. And the important thing is to get it off your hands. And then you just need to stir it like this. And it should not boil. You see it's actually getting quite warm. I need to turn it down a little bit. It should just dissolve. It should just melt. And we're going to glue this piece of paper onto a board, and I'm going to do that on either side of the board. So let's see here. So this will take some minutes. Just have the patience, don't boil it, and get everything dissolved. So now the glue is more or less completely dissolved. And since this is just for making sketch paper, it's not something you make your masterwork on, then I think this is absolutely close enough. So I'll just start getting the glue on here on the board, and if this sucks a bit, then I need to add some more. So we'll just see how much it sucks, and then I will take some glue on the paper and attach it, and at the end, let's see here, take some on the front side of the paper too. So, and this is the kind of thing which is very good if you want to go outdoor sketching. You have, as you will see, 1 piece of paper on each side, and I can just do it like this actually, and then if I'm a bit quick about it, I can just turn it. Let's see here. And actually I want to have a little bit too much glue and rather scrape it off, as you will see. So I can just do this, and now it's about where I want it. And I will use this tool to scrape it off afterwards. So let that soak a little bit. So that you are sure that it sticks to the board. And if it's a bit too little here, it's sucked in, then I can take a little bit more underneath here. And a little bit more. So now, moment of truth. So you just scrape, wax on, wax off, scrape on, scrape off. Like that, you see. You want to avoid any bubbles if you can. And if there is an issue with paper not sticking enough, you can just take a little bit more just at the very end. Okay, so this needs to just dry now, and in the meantime, if I'm holding it like this, and now I know that this type of board sucks quite a bit of the glue, then I That will vary, of course, according to what kind of board you use. And you can just use any kind of drawing paper, basically. As I say, this is not something that you shall sell in the gallery and that shall last 300 years. So you want to have it as sketch material that you can have in your studio. If you're working on something, you can look at your plein air sketches. Let's see here, okay. Good amount. And I can just carefully, oops, take it down there and switch to this one. Let's see here. Actually, yep, I should have some more on here. And I'm keeping the glue warm all along. Still not boiling it, but keeping it warm. So I have it on the lowest possible heat. Let's see here. As I say, rather a bit too much than too little, so that you know that these things will stick, and reinforcing it, soaking it from the other side. This is what Constable, Turner and these guys were using for quick sketch material. And if you have a smooth paper, then also your strokes will go quicker. You will quicker be able to cover ground, so that you can be quicker about what you're painting. So if you're painting clouds and they have an annoying tendency to move, then you can be more sure that you get their shape. Let's see here now. And this will need to dry, and I see that there is a little issue here. Okay, so let's see if the other one's still good. Oh, a bit wobbly. Okay, then we can go over one more time. Let's see if we can get those. Add much more so that we can make it attach properly. Okay, so I have this board has been sucking quite a bit, so I added much more glue to it to be able to make it straight. I've gone across like this and then like this out to the sides. You can see the other side that I've not been working on is still a bit wobbly, so I need to work on that too. So that's just a matter of letting the board soak enough so that it will actually the paper will actually stick to it. Now I'm going to let it dry and then put a coat of color over it, so that you don't have to fight with the white paper, but that you have some resonance, some complementary color to work with. Continuing with this, I'm going to take an imprimatura just with some turpentine and oil color, and I am thinking, since it's summertime, I want to have something more golden, so that I can get maximum effect out of my blues using white and black. So we'll start with that, and I'll try to pre-mix about the amount that I need. A little bit, this is the brilliant yellow, and then a little bit of brown ochre deep. Let's see here, let's just try. So that's fine. So you get a really nice subtle tone. Of course you can make the strokes more active if you want, but here we want a nice soft sky. So this depends also of course on the time of day. Maybe this color could work better with some afternoon or sunset colors. You can just adjust the color to what you think you will probably need. Okay. So mixing some more. Of course, the more turpentine you need, the less strong of a color you get, so you can just adjust however you want. So let's see here. Because painting on a white canvas, a white ground, is not really, it steals the color force of your paintings. So you can also, you can even go over with a rag if you think the color is too strong, or if it's the wrong color. So, and it sucks really quick into it, so that's nice. Nice smooth ground. And nice surprise, I did a test on the backside just to see what kind of color I wanted, and I discovered that having left this out in the sun, this has flattened, so the little bumps that were there are not there anymore. And just for the hell of it, we can then do a little bit of a different color. So say I say I want to paint in the forest interior. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. And I can then use a color which is slightly browner or redder to get the greens. Get the greens quicker. So let's see here. Yeah, it's a bit loose in the corner here, but it doesn't really matter. You have to give your biographers something to write about. Let's see here. And of course you can go in layers, as I'm basically doing now, because I did a test here that was more yellow, and I'm just painting over it. And you can also, if you want to, you can even give it some kind of a structure, so to speak. If you want to have a forest interior here, you can do a lot of messy strokes, so that the structure of the canvas, or the activity of the canvas, is conducive to the motif that you're making. Let's see here. So last little thing here. Nice, and you want to have it transparent, like this. You don't want to have it opaque. You want to have a transparent ground so that you can, and this is what you see typical in, oh, look at this. This is what you see in the 19th century, especially in the early 19th century painters, using the ground as an integral color. And because in a sketch you want to paint as little as possible and be as efficient as possible, and that's also why you want to adjust the color of the paper to what you're painting. Thank you for checking out this video from the School of Apelles. Go to caveofapelles.com/subscribe and access our premium library. That's caveofapelles.com/subscribe.